Okay, so I should be hearing everyone properly, but welcome to F2 Azerbaijan Grand Prix. We're just waiting for one more drive and we should get going. And then, obviously, that's just the last reserve. Well, 19 drivers today. We're just waiting for one more driver to get joined in the lobby, I'm hoping, because we could actually have a start on time today, which would be a first. Okay, just waiting for him. Come on. We're gonna have a late start. Great. Alright, just wait. If he doesn't turn up in a few minutes, we are going to get started here for F2. While I wait for this, I can get the standards up since I missed last week at Portugal. All I know is I think if I remember correctly, Mo won the race. So he is actually chasing back into the championship. Alright, so Jonas Agrid still leads the championship, currently on 94 points, 36 points clear of P2, which is Jericho. Kieran is champ, is currently drawn with Jericho for points. Obviously, with Jericho having actually, I don't know. Champ and Jericho level in points. Yomi is the next car, 56, 2 points behind these two. And then Ferret in the Ferrari, obviously having a win in Austria, and then obviously consistency, it seems, for him. 54 points. And then Mo HD, who has 2 victories to his name, charging back up. And then you have got Henry, Masiak, Peter, and Jamie. Obviously, the Jamie isn't race here anymore in F2. So Watilio is the top 10. We now have Otapa, Emery, Tony, Tanz, Thomas, Zolt, Mahabad, Adam, Gareth, who is not going to be racing. And that's it. Come on, man. Yeah, I'm saying I don't care. Alright, so we should be getting going now. Okay, so just have all the drivers to check up now. Obviously, hopefully the weather's dry for Baku, but you never know with dynamic weather. It could rain, actually. Like it did in one race. Alright, so everyone's here running it up. We're just waiting for one driver, hopefully will join in this quality session. If not, we unfortunately can't help it that he hasn't just checked in, not joined. But obviously Baku is one of those tracks which always produces a very entertaining race, to say the least. Obviously, just how it being a street circuit and having the longest straight in F1. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens. Sorry, just doing something in the chat. Just for everyone to take the tire strategies, which is all the same for everyone. Okay, so let's hopefully, as Toin Coin, I've got to send him an invite. Just champignon me. There we go. It should be a dry quality. If it's not, it's mad to see this in Baku, and it's a bit of an overcast, but not like mustard. You can see the sun glinting. Get all my track map up now. I'm just going to quickly go and invite Toin Coin back. And I'm hoping the internet will not die today, unlike the other day. Alright. So that's that invite. He's trying on back in the lobby, back in the I forgot what it's called. The Red Bull. We've already got Ferret, and is that has to be obviously the only has for today, which is Tony. Alright, but let's see what the qualifying is. Obviously, a lot of drivers are going out on medium tyres because the softs are a bit weird, Annie. You can either push them or they die off quickly. It all depends on how the driver takes care of it. But we'll have to wait and see what happens here. Hopefully Tony, and hopefully we won't have anyone crashing out like Charles McCurr here at Castle. Alright, so obviously leave your predictions in the comments. Who do you think is going to get pole here for today? I'm going to go for a random bet, and Champ's finally going to get pole position, since he's been one of those drivers who pulls at the last like seconds. Alright, Malberg starting on the back finish straight now, comes to the line now. I really wonder if any cars are going to use the tow for their laps. But we'll have to wait and see, as the Haas is going to come across the line to start the first lap of the session on the mediums. Ferret behind him on the soft, so we'll see the pace difference, and he snugly stays to the right side for turn one. Braking, takes a little bit of curbing, takes a lot of curb on the exit, clean line through turn one. And then another 90-degree corner, because there's quite a few in this track, remember. And he keeps it clean also, not losing the car on the curbing. Now into the third 90-degree corner, back to back. And he's going to keep it clean, keeps a good exit there and keeps it going. And the last 90-degree corner here. So four of them back to back now. And into the sector one line here. The 35-0. And the 35-1, sorry. I've got to quickly jump on Ferret and see what his time is. And Ferret is 4 tenths up. So it's a really good lap by Tony right now on the mediums. So it'll be 4 tenths behind the soft runners. But let's see what his lap. He gets through Castle cleanly. That's at the yellow flag. It's just one of the Alpha Tauris. I think he's coming out of the pits. We've got a prediction. We've got Ferret for pole. Ferret is one of those drivers who has shown his pace, and obviously he proved at Austria winning the race. But let's see, as Tony's coming to the last corner now, just a long straight now to the start-finish line. And let's see how much his time is going to improve here, and see what his time is going to be at the end also. Come to the line. Is he going to stick close to the left, or is he going for another lap? As he's going to... Ooh, he's sticking to the far right. Other drivers would stick to the far left, as I know. The 139.8 will jump on board a Ferret, as he's going to come to the line. He doesn't go left either, but the 39.2, 6 tenths quicker. Next car coming across the line, Mo HD. Can he get anywhere near the pole? And 39 flat now. Agric P2, half a tenth down. Yomi a half a tenth down on his teammates. Toyn comes an outlap. Is that Jericho comes to the line? Jericho smashes pole by 7 tenths. Wow, what a lap by the British driver. Comes to the line now, Batuka P6. Sorry, I'm just trying to find everyone who's on the laps. Etappa's just started. Mix P8. Oh, wow, the pace, but that was an absolute incredible lap by Jericho. To go 7/10 quicker than anyone else is astounding. Alright, so we've got Hassan and Toinko on a lap. Who just finished a lap there? I think that was... Oh yeah, Quinn there just jumped up the P4 there. On the oh wow, that's a really good lap by Quinn. P4 mediums, only 8/10 slower than pole position time. Wow, that's a great lap by him. Emirates P10, Hassan obviously was doing the warm-up lap because this is a 2-minute lap. Yellow flag causes when all going to run out of fuel here. And I feel like the Aston Martins are all going to do something here because these two do have a party track together. Now they're going to help each other here with a little tool because the Tapper is going to be running out of fuel here. But Toincoin, I'll go board him, and he looks like he's abandoned his lap. So he has no. He's going to get a little tour of MoHD. MoHD slow down just to give him a little tour here. And there he goes, he gets a little bit of tour, but obviously not that significant. And Toincoin is coming to the line now to finish his lap, and it's a 39.2, P7 for the Red Bull driver. We'll go back on board of a Tapper now. And it looks like, yes, he was getting a slipstream. He was getting a slipstream Jericho, but then backed off to try and get behind Yolmi, I think. 6-4 left, and P6 for the Aston Martin driver. Oh. Well, this is a great quality already. The fact they've already got someone who smashed into the 38, obviously, and he's 7/10 ahead of MoHD. Agrids went back to back, couldn't improve his lap, it looks like. And I don't think any else is on laps, just out laps of Champ and Henry. Obviously, don't forget to like if subscribe if you get interested in this. Since this title isn't over yet, even though Agrid does have a good gap, you never know what's going to happen. Obviously, ooh, I mean, speaking of Agrid, he nearly just lost it there. And that would have ruined his quality and would have finished him probably. Oh yeah, he's hit the wall, I'm just going to say and then jinx that. But I'm going to jump on board with Henry, because he's just started his lap now on the softs in the Williams. These two are a really good combination as he reps their Vettel helmet, Henry. Yellow flag, I think that's just a Tapper run out of fuel. Since his fuel light was on when he was coming across the start-finish line. A 35.5 for Henry's first sector. That's very slow compared to the 34s and all that I've been seeing. But obviously he's the first car. The next car behind him is going to be Champ, or Kieran, who has to get past Tony, who gets out of the way from him, thankfully. He comes to the sector 2 time now. It's a 34.8 for Champ here. So he's 7/10 quicker than Henry ahead of him. But let's see what Henry's lap's going to be as he hits in just the last corner before the big straight. As I'm just predicting it's a dry race because no one's told me anything, which is thankful because Baku should be dry all the time in my view. But Henry's just coming around the last few corners now, and he'll have a straight speed to the flag now. Tapper's just getting the fuel for that yellow flag. And here comes Henry. Is he going to stick for the left or the right? He's going to the right side here. And he's coming to the line. That's a 45 for Henry. Yeah, I figured as much, Jericho. It must be a dry race. Champ's invalidated his lap. So, unless he's got more fuel, or he's going to, no, he looks like he's going to go straight to the pits. So, we don't know what his lap could have been. Let's see when he comes here. Oh, it actually been a really good lap, I've realised, because he slowed down for the pits. And, wow, he hit 41. Champ could have gotten the front row, I feel like, with that lap. Who's on a lap? MoHD's just on a lap now, just starting the Red Bull. He needs to get 7 temps to get anywhere near Jericho's pace. Can he find that in that Red Bull? He's hoping for a clean track ahead of him. As there goes Quinn out the way. He's gone on stocks, remember, off from his medium run. Which I'm quite surprised. I really expected Quinn to steal the medium, especially with that being P4 on medium to be really good for the start. MoHD's coming to the first sector 1. How much is he going to be up by? He's only not even a 10 foot yet. Jericho's lap was basically perfect. Because it's going to take a huge miracle for anyone to get near his time, I feel like. Takes the curb and heading into the castle sector. Ooh, a bit of a lock up there, you heard, but he keeps it clean, not touching any of the walls. And he's just going to keep in the lines. Now he's sweeping left-handers here. And obviously we'll hit into the tight left-hander also. And then let's see, how is the time going to be onto the sector 2? Comes the line now, and it's only 2 tenths up now. So unless he can have an absolute stonking last sector, he's going to be settling for the front row and P2. As someone's pointed out, Jericho might not only do one more run, and then he can save a pair of softs. As Mohic's going to stay right. Tony goes P2. Mohic, he takes it back though. Who's coming next car? Yomi is going to abandon his lap. I completely missed it. And Tony on his lap there. Who else is on a lap? Loads of cars. First car is going to be Emery coming the last corner now in the Mercedes. Because Lee went up and Emery came back down from F1 to take this Merc seat. Obviously, he's got a good teammate of Jericho who could be for the championship hunt this season. And now Emery, is he coming to the line? Is he going to stay to the right or is he going straight? He's going to stick to the right. A lot of the guys are doing this. And he's going to go P11. Next car, I think, is Hassan. As Hassan comes to the line now, and P11 for the Turkish driver. Next car is going to be a Tapu's on the outlap. Patuka's going to be next car coming to the line. In the Ferrari, what can he do? P2! He takes the front row from MoHD. And Jericho's just started a lap out there. Nick's P14. Chav's going for another lap now, but I'm going to stick on board in Jericho and see if he can improve his time. I'll keep an eye on the guys who will finish their laps, which would be ahead of him. I think it's just a Tapper. But I'm curious if Jericho's going to improve his time anymore, because if he does, that's an astounding lap by Jericho, if he can. Here comes the sector 1 time now. Is he up or down? Oh my word, he's already a 10th up already. Jericho could be on for an absolute blind qualifying session here at Baku. And obviously he should not go out again for the third run. He should stay in the pits to save a pair of softs. Takes Castlewell. He's got cars ahead of him who have just backed out for the lap. I'm hoping they get out of the way because this could be a really good lap by Jericho to cement his pole position. All the cars are holding up in front of him. We're really hoping to get out of the way for him. There goes Hassan, moves out the way. And now Jericho's coming to the last corner now. He might get a slipstream from the car ahead of him, which is a Williams. And is that Agrit? No, it's going to be his teammate, Henry. But he's just going to be a little bit too far. Now, is Jericho going to stick to the left or the right now? And yet, look, he's going to be close to the pit wall here. This could be into the 37s. And he can't do it to 38.1 for the British driver. Next car is going to be Champ, I feel like. He's kept his lap valid. Is he going to climb up the rankings again? No, it's P13 only. That's quite surprising. Know what he's like with his look. Ferret's on a lap and validated. Toyn Coins on a lap and it's kept it valid, but I think he's backed out of it. And I don't think anyone else is on a lap at the moment. Sorry, I have to take a drink there. But this qualifying is actually quick, but I'm really surprised Agrit's gone out on mediums. Because he knows he won't start them, because he's nowhere near he's going to get his best time. The only car that will certainly start on mediums in the top 10 is Quinn, which could be a huge advantage. But let's go. Agrit's coming to the line now. Let's see what his time is going to put him on the mediums. Is he going to... He won't... I don't feel like he's going to beat his time unless he can post something else. Oh my word. So Agrit's just beat his time on softs by 3 tenths. And now it's P4 on mediums. That's giving him an absolute huge advantage now if he can just keep out clean in the first few corners. Well, the first full lap, basically. What a lap! Next car to come across the line. Champ's going for it. Chat's run out of fuel. So this quali is actually an eternal. Champ. Okay, so we've already got racing in the pit lane. But obviously that doesn't matter because it's the pit lane and the quali, so it won't matter. No one's on a lap, it looks like. The only cars Eat My Dust on an out lap. The only car he's on a lap, but Agrid's backed out of his lap, so 2 minutes and a half of the session to go. And Jericho looks very comfortable, 5 tenths up on P2. So I feel like the battle is going to be for the front row beside Jericho, between Batuka and Moore. Agrid, if he can get back to bits and go on softs, but I don't think he is. Tony, and obviously whatever Quinn goes, because Quinn's come out on softs, which is quite surprising. Especially with Agri ahead of him on the mediums. I expected him to stay out and just manage the mediums. But we'll have to wait and see because a lot of cars are coming out now. Agrid's not going to have enough time to get on the track, so he's got a best at P4 on the mediums. So wait and see. We've got a lot of cars on track now. I am just trying to find cars who are currently starting a lap. Car starting a lap is Hassan, circus driver, got clean ahead of him. But let's see what he can do. He's pretty P11. As Vitidio retires, he does not set a time and is happy to start P17. Well, for P18 he'd Eat My Dust and get a lap in. No, he's actually pitted, so unless Eat My Dust is retiring also, because he won't get out in time. Oh wow, that's going to be entertaining to say the least. But the quali isn't over yet. Can anyone get near Jericho's time of a 38.1? 5 tenths ahead of second place, Batuka. As Jericho is trying to fight back in the championship, but as the Agrid's got tire advantage now, unless he gets something happens in turn 1, it's going to be a big... As Hassan goes wide, backs out the throttle and keeps the lap valid. And this will be his final lap then, unless he has fuel for another lap. So it's going to be very tough. He's going to clean that bit and keep it rolling here. The last corner now, he's just got a long straight now to go. He's got purples for his time, so he's 6 tenths up on his time right now. This will smash him into the top 10 at this rate. He's just got the last corner now. Batuka retires. He doesn't feel like he's going to improve. So Batuka's stuck in the pits and obviously stuck in the pit, so he can't improve. So this is a goal opportunity for Mo to find some time to take P2. Hassan comes on, goes to P5. A good drive for the Turkish driver. And he goes straight to let the cars past. As the quali should be over now. As Quinn goes P2. He nearly got pole. And, oh, Jericho. Oh, Hassan just hit the back of Jericho. What? Oh my word. Mo actually can't improve into his P4. Oh, I don't know what happened there. So Hassan's gone from P6 to P11 now. No, I know the F2's going to blow up. Next car is going to be Mick in the McLaren, reserving for today. Let's come down the line now. This will be his final lap. Will he get out the top 10 or will he stay outside of it? Comes to the flag now, and P13 ahead of his teammate. Next car is going to be Yolmir, and Yolmir can't improve from P9. Next car, I think that's Adam. Adam jumps to P11. That's a golden position for fresh tyres for him. A Tapper, is he going to improve from P10? Comes to the line, P8 for an Aston Martin driver. Ferret, next car along the line, is he going to jump any higher off? P8 for Ferret. So Tony's going to be out. It's at the top 10. Tony going P5 now. Next car is going to be Henry. Is he going to improve his time? He comes to the line now and it's just him and Champ on a lap. He can't. He'll stay at P16. And the last car who can do a lap is going to be Champ. Is he going to improve from P15? P9. And it was Jericho won't do a lap because something happened. So he won't be able to set a time. So that is the qualifying over. Jericho, if you're listening to this, please don't set a lap. He's probably got a timing glitch. So obviously, he's got spun out, and obviously his lap's finished, unfortunately. So let's take the flag, Jericho. But that will be the end of qualifying. That's Jericho. We'll just wait for Quinn to get in the pits, and then that's the end of... Oh, no, actually, and Hassan also. So Hassan and Quinn to get in the pits. Hassan, you can just retire if you listen to this in the pits. And then we should get going for the race. Oh, well, that qualifying was interesting. But Quinn nearly snatched the position away from Jericho, who's been holding the pole on. Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go, Hassan said something. Hassan just waiting to get in the pits and we can get started here for the dry race at Baku. And it's going to be entertaining to say the least. But Agrid's got a great position, P6 on mediums. Alright, so we now got 16 viewers. Thank you everyone who's watching. Obviously this is going to be an interesting race because Baku always produces something. So Jericho takes pole position here at Baku by only half a tenth as Quinn pulled out a stellar last lap to take the front row. And then Matuka's P3, more HD 4000 off taking P3 from Matuka. Then Toincoin, Agrid on the mediums, remember. So he's going to have, if he can keep it clean, he'll have a goal opportunity. Hassan will start P7, but he won't. He'll be doing P12 for that penalty. So Emery, Champ. So now it goes Emery P7, Champ P8, Ferret P9, Atapas P10. So he's going to lose this. He should have his tyre pick from P10 now. Then Tori, Yolmir, Libanow, Mick, Henry, Watilio, and Eat My Dust. So, Bash has always brought something, because I remember doing the F2 race 2 seasons ago, and it was hectic to say the least, because we had about 3 cars who could have won on the last lap. Even F1 2 seasons ago, when we had Kian, Tobias, and someone else battling. But no, literally, you had absolute stunning races here at Baku, but I'm really hoping we have another one here, and I'm hoping the cars can get through turn 1 cleanly. Because I don't want chaos in the first 3 corners. And I really just hope it doesn't go 3 wide in the turn 1, because you're literally asking to die. We just want everyone to pick their fuel strategies and their tyres. Remember, Agrid's the only one who's going to start on mediums in the top 10. Everyone outside, I do not know yet. Oh, look at that. Let's get the tyre strategies up now. And Tapper's gone bold. So Tapper's gone hard. Tori on mediums. Hassan obviously has to start and stuff because it's penalty. Yolmir, Libanow, so both Aston Martins have gone hard for the start. Mick, Henry, Watilio have gone for mediums, and then Eat My Dust has followed along. And it looks like he's under fueled also, so he's hoping for a safety car. But Jericho will lead them around for the formation lap. Obviously, but you never know what's going to happen here in turn 1 because out the way, obviously, having 3 90-degree corners back to back isn't a good start. But obviously don't forget to leave your top 3 predictions because Vitilio did say in the F2 chat he's going to win, question mark. I like that's going to happen unless something absolute mega kills out everyone in front of him. But you never know because obviously normally everyone goes for a 1-stop around here. Either soft mediums, hard softs it looks like are going to be getting used. So we're going to have to wait and see how the race plays out, and obviously the major thing is going to be DRS. If you stay in DRS, you're just going to stay with the car in front of you. So I feel like Jericho is going to be going full throttle at the start just to get away from the cars behind. But let's see how the start goes, because obviously Jericho has to deal with a very quick thing. As Alpha, we've got a prediction already. So he thinks Agric, Jericho and Patuka, so he thinks the mediums are going to play out so much that he's going to win the race. But it is true, if he can keep position or get, as Tony's just got disqualified, oh wow, that's 4 cars? Oh my word! 5 cars has got disqualified, alright. Wow. Alright, so we just made the last car, which is Eat My Dust. Oh, I can't believe that. 5 cars just got disqualified from the formation lap, so that's going to be a great start for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Just waiting for Eat My Dust to get to the line now. Alright, the light should be coming on now, just ignore that blue flag. Here we go, here the lights are on now, and we are going to be racing here at Baku. And he goes, and Jericho gets a good start, kill position. Patuka's going to follow along though, side by side for P2, and Patuka's going to go round the outside to take it. Toinko is trying to battle it, his teammates. Emery and Agrid obviously side by side. Oh, no contact started happening there. But they've managed to keep it clean, looks like. So that's a really good start. We've got loads of cars on their cold tyres. Going to be battling now. Oh, here we go. I passed and nearly pushed him. There's loads of positions moving up now. Agrid's moving up. Toinko's going down. As Agrid and Toinko are side by side in sector 2. And Toinko should have the advantage here because he has the softer tyre. But Agrid's put a great drive here, and they're going to go side by side with Toinko. It's going for the underlap and takes the position back. A great move by the Red Bull driver. It was great battle between these two, and obviously keeping it up. Agri just needs to keep his tyres controlled and up to these soft runners. Jericho has already pulled the gap to a second. That's an incredible pace by the Mercedes driver. And he is starting to inch away also now. So Jericho is on fire, it looks like. He's just getting away from the cars behind him. As before the straight, it's 1.2 when we're going to the backstretch. Quinn's just trying to keep up to the more HD, so he's lost a second of the car, but also. So as oh my, what was that? Was Champ and Ferret losing it? There, what in the world happened there? His Ferret got damaged, but the further ahead it looks like. Oh, that's get reported. There's Emery and Ferret have pitted. Quinn's got past Matuka side by side off a P2. And they're going to use ERS. We don't have DRS, remember, until next lap. And Patuka's, I think, just got the straight line speed to do it. Unless Quinn's going to go brake late. No, he backs out the move. Patuka's going to hold P2 for now. But this is allowing Jericho just to pull away. Patuka's made a bit of a mistake. Quinn's going to the outside. He's got the inside in the next corner. This has just allowed more HD to catch back up to them. And Quinn takes P2 with a brilliant move around the outside. But this has allowed more HD and Agrid to catch up to these guys. It's because it appears Emery, Ferret and Henry, it looks like. All 2 mediums and 1 hard. Oh, this is good. But there's the fact we're going to have a DRS train at this point. Because Quinn and Patuka are battling so hard. Jericho is now 2.6 ahead now. So he can just push when he wants and get away from the guys behind him. It's been a great first 2 laps for him, and he just knows he just needs to build the gap up now. But Quinn and Patuka have been tugging themselves over and over, and it's just cost them so much time because now we've got 3 cars now joining in. And remember, DRS is going to be enabled on this lap. Remember, it won't be on this section, but after turn 2 it will be here. So now that's going to be where obviously overtakes are going to start occurring. Quinn is also almost out of DRS, along with Patuka. No, he's got a lot along with Agrit. Jericho is showing how fast he is. Hassan gets past the tapper. Hassan's on the softs, remember, not the hards compared to him. Malberg is currently fastest contract on the mediums already. So that's really quick for the mediums to be quicker. As Mo HD had a bit of a squirty moment coming out of the corner there. It looks like the track is being very slippery today, it looks like. And it looks like no one's going to go for the move, it looks like. So it looks like we might have a bit of a DRS train going on now. Jericho is slowly inching away, not a huge amount. But he is making little mistakes there, because I heard him locking up there in that corner. I wonder if Jericho's just getting to a bit of pressure. Oh, but the gap is starting to dip down slightly now. It was 2.6 on this bit last lap, but now it's 2.2. Oh, who was that? It's Hassan out of the race! Oh, he's crushed in Castle! And it's a virtual safety car, not a full one. So the Turkish driver had a great qualifying. Unfortunately, he's going to be out of the race at Castle. And now, obviously, Jericho now needs to keep this gap a good amount. And Quinn obviously is going to try and keep it to a suitable amount, but this is when ERS can be built back up. So obviously this is going to be the crucial time. Who can get the gap down, and if anyone can take advantage of it, because I feel like Quinn could if he can keep the gap. As we're going to start lap 4 on the virtual safety car here. Quinn's pitted! And Patuka! And Mo HD, that's really bold. We're pitting on the virtual safety car. And they are going for mediums, and mediums. All three of them are going for mediums. So, wow, that's really bold. So I think they're going to the end of the race now. But I think Jericho just needs to push like hell now. Because he should know if these guys are pitted, they're going to be going to the end now. And he needs to push on these old softs. And he'll have fresher mediums to push by everyone. But obviously Quinn, Patuka, all the way out. Quinn's P10. So the gap from pitting that is 17 seconds. So Jericho needs to push like hell now to get the gap built before his pit stop. Oh, lap 4 already had one virtual safety car. How many safety cars are we going to have this whole race? We'll have to wait and see. But obviously it's going to see who's going to make the most gains now. Obviously, but Jericho now just needs to push like hell, get a gap built, and then just try and chase the guys behind. And he has to hope they get held up also, because Agrid's keeping up to him on the mediums and only 4 laps old. So that's not a good sign for Jericho. He could actually have lost the race again from another strategy. But I won't jinx it. Jericho is going to start lap 5. He will not pit now. It looks like he is going to try and push this gap up. Further behind, it looks like Champ and Malberg are going to be side by side, but Malberg takes the decision for P4 now in the house. Nothing else further back, I feel like. As Quinn gets past Eat My Dust, who hasn't pitted yet, remember. So these guys need to get past this traffic as quickly as possible to have any chance to take victory today, because all Jericho's going to do is push to have fresher tyres at the end. But it looks like there's nothing else going on at the moment. Everyone's in a little bit of a DRS train now. But this is when Quinn's going to be quicker, and obviously I'm wondering if Otidio's going to move over for him. But I know Otidio, he won't. But let's see, but he's got a big gap from Patuka and Mo HD are battling side by side for P11. And contact there. Patuka did not leave enough space there. And Mo HD is going to snitch into the gap there. Contact again. Contact again! 3 times in the Ferrari and the Red Bull here. And Patuka's going to stay behind for the castle section. I can tell that's not getting though. Quinn, meanwhile, is already up into P9, as Martini must have let him by. But the gap between top 2 is now 2.2. Jericho's tyres have started to fade off now, and the Agri is keeping up to him. He's gained 9 temps on him in this lap. So So I'm curious if Jericho's going to pit early. Do they get a fresh tyres to the end now? Now let's see. Jericho looks like I don't think he's pitting. And yellow flag. That is Captain Emery. So Jericho's not going to pit still. Agrid's now fastest car on track on the mediums. That's a huge battle go for P6 here. Is the Tapper going to be done by 2 cars also? He could be done by 3 cars here, Tapper. Side by side with Yolmir. The Tapper's going to hold it off, but Quinn is the fastest car on track now. And he's looking very feisty. The Tapper just needs to stick to the DRS, but Quinn knows he needs to get past these guys. Oh, I can tell this is not going to be a good sign. And Tony's already cut up the Toyn Coin. Remember, this is how bad the stuff's off. There are only 5 left over, but Toyn Coin's been caught up by a medium runner already. Oh, this is gonna. Oh, I really don't know who's gonna win this race now. Obviously, you've got a lot of guys with different strategies all over the track right now. Got loads of. You got mediums, hard, softs everywhere. But we'll have to wait and see how the end race is. Oh, Yomi bumped to the back of the Tapper there. I hope the Tapper didn't get any damage from hitting the wall there. Oh, that was Mick nearly into the wall at Castle. But he saw his car wobble into the corner there. But the gap up front is now 1.4 between Agrit and Jericho, the top 2 of the championship right now. Man, this race is Jericho looks like he's going to be pitting here. Lap 6 is when he's going to pit. So we can get into the pit lane cleanly without hitting the wall, and he is. So where is Quinn? As Tony comes back pitting, and Tony takes P2. I'm curious, is anyone going to fall? No! Quinn's coming to the start and finish line now. Jericho's just out of the box now. He could be just ahead of the region battle for P11. As Patuka's going for the move at the inside. Contact. There's Jericho, and he's going to lose out to them. But he's gone for hards. So Jericho thinks the mediums aren't going to make the distance. And he's played it safe. I don't know what can actually happen there. So now Agrid now leads the Grand Prix over Tony and Toyncoin. Well, I can tell this race is going to entertain us here at least to the end of the Grand Prix. Right. As Yomi gets past the Tapper side by side just before Castle. Now one of these guys is going to have to back out. And it's, oh my word! A Tapper to the wall! Tapper's got front wing damage to the front right. He smashed the wall there. Yomi's going to get the position anyway. And that has ruined the Tapper's afternoon. And now Quinn needs to get past him before he gets stuck. And he's going to the outside and he breaks early a Tapper smartly. But oh, Coutinho! That was aggressive to say the least. And he's going to be held of more HD. A Tapper's going off track there. And Patuka's going to get blocked in. That might hurt Patuka a lot. And he lets Jericho go past. This could be what Jericho needs. Toyncoin's pitted on P6. On P6, P off tyres. But we'll jump back to this battle. Because I don't know who's going to be leading here out of these guys. Mo is definitely ahead. Coutinho, Patuka, side by side. Here comes Jericho also. Oh, we're going to be 3 wide. Oh, there goes Patuka. And Coutinho hits him. Jericho's got through cleanly. But Mo HD and Patuka have had contact. I'm wondering if anyone's got damage for board damage or something. Oh, I don't know. A Tapper's pitted. He's gone from mediums to the end of the race. Henry gets past. So only a safety car is going to save him now. A Tapper. Agrid leads very, very completely up front. 4.6 between him and Henry, and Chap's 5 seconds back from him. And his teammate on the mediums is chasing him down. Oh wow, so Champ's the only guy who's stretching his softs another lap here. Everyone else is on mediums or hards now. But Jericho might start struggling because this is when he's going to start losing DRS now for the cars ahead. I feel like Matuka's got some form of damage from that contact from the Tedium. I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see. But Jericho just needs to get back into DRS and stick up to these guys, since obviously he's going to have the advantage soon enough, because when the mediums start going off, Jericho's going to have the better grip. But we'll have to wait and see how this is anyway. Agrit's going to lead lap 9 here of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It's Tony in P2 in the Haas, and Champ in P3, who is going to pit from P3 now. Now Mick takes P4, Yolmir. Now where is Champ going to come out? Because there is Jericho. That shows how quick he is ahead of him. And there he goes. Champ is going to be outside the top 10. And Champ's gone for mediums to the enemy. So Jericho's the only one who's gone for hards. That's quite bold by Jericho. But let's see what he can do here. Yolmi is all over Mick now with DRS. And this is the guy who won the Chinese Grand Prix here in the Alpine. As Toincoin's getting past Matidio now. So he's trying to catch up to Matuka now. But Matidio is not going to let him go though. And he's fighting. Oh boy. Oh, for God's sake. I don't know why Matidio has a tendency to frustrate the drivers so much. I don't know why. He always has a tendency to frustrate them by not letting them go straight away. He always says, oh! Mick's drifting during the castle there. Yomi's all over me here. He feels much more confident with the car, it looks like. And he's literally sticking to him around the left-handers here. And Yomi's probably going to wait for the DRS to get past him. Meanwhile, Tony, oh Jesus Christ, names. Yeah, Tony is losing time to Agri, who's pulling away at the front. Nearly 5.3 now, but now we've got a big battle. Quinn's obviously, look where he is. He's right behind these guys. Oh, as Mick hits the wall. And Quinn's going to be over this. He could get 2 cars here. I think Mick is pitting. And yes, he is, but that's crossed the white line. Quinn is going to be up to Yomi, but he has no ERS. And further behind is Mo HD. And then Jericho. So obviously the front runners have all changed after the pit stops. Only one car remains, which is Agrit, who hasn't pitted, remember. Obviously he's starting these mediums, he's pushing. As here comes Quinn, is he going for a move? Oh, that's ambitious, but he backed out of it, thankfully. But Quinn's got no ERS, so he could be a sitting duck on the DRS sections if Mo catches up to him. Like, there's so much going on. As Toycon finally gets past Matidio now on the hards, because I just realised he's copied Jericho. So you've got literally a mix of strategies everywhere here today. But it looks like Agrit's is comfortably going to hold the lead here. As we're going to be on to lap 11 when he crosses the line. We're going to start lap 11 here. Agrit is just pulling away from everyone on the mediums here. Tony's the only guy on mediums who can keep up, but he's 6.5 seconds behind. And Yomi is 8 seconds behind, so a lot of the cars are battling. But look at Mo HD now, he's all over Quinn for P4 now. And obviously Quinn doesn't have any DRS or the ERS to defend him. As here comes Mo HD, this is how strong the DRS is. They're side by side as they come to the line. As Quinn's pitted. Quinn cut the line again that I saw. Oh, I'm going to tell Nicholas it's going to be busy with pit lanes. But Quinn's pitted surprisingly. Has he got front wing damage? Yes, he does. I don't know how Quinn's picked up front wing damage, but he has somehow picked up the damage, and I don't know how. So that has probably wrecked Quinn's chance for a podium here today. He's down into P30. Mick's got 5 seconds of speed in the pit lane. Oh, this is going to be... Wow, well, this race is just shaping up to be usual Baku. You don't know what is going to happen and when it's going to happen. Oh, man. But I have to wait and see as there's the fastest lap right now. Quinn's fastest car on track, and obviously he's just gone for mediums. So unless he can do an absolute stellar drive to get back up to the guys ahead, which would be a stellar effort by him. But we'll have to wait and see how this race plays out. As a lot of the gap is starting to stabilise now between the drivers. So Matt, obviously, like Tony and Agrit are clean air ahead of them, and these two are going to have to pit still. Also, Yome, yellow flag. Oh, that's good. Tapper's out of Castle. He's not going to bring a safety car out. And yes, it is. It's a full safety car. And Malvin has cut. Oh, for God's sake, guys. Well, I know Mickey's going to be busy with the pit lane. Now, it's going to be, what is everyone going to do? Yomi is not pitting. Mo HD pits. And Jericho is not pitting. That's... Oh, I didn't expect Jericho. Patuka doesn't pit. Coin. Chad pits. Libanal pits. Routinho pits. Wow, so this is going to shake the race up now. So Agrit, now it's going to... Wow, whoa, okay. Ferret's got a drive-through! That's just ruined his transfer points now. And, but the surprising fact is, Tony, I don't know why, but Tony went for softs. It's a bit aggressive to say the least. I'm questioning that. But Mo HD pitted from a piece ahead of Jericho and is on fresh mediums and has only lost 3 positions to him. So Mo could have a gold opportunity for another win here. And Ferret retires from the session in the pits, which is respectable because he got a drive-through. Oh man, so this, we've now got our first full safety car. We had a virtual safety car a few laps ago. And now we're on a full safety... Emery, well, I got a feeling we're going to have another 2 laps of safety car. Maybe because Emery got held by Ferret's ghost there. Now, Agrit, is he going to pit now? Yeah, thankfully he realised the white line. Agrit's coming to the pits now. And he has to go hard. He can't go soft. That is way too aggressive. Now I'm curious, is Yomi going to follow him in? And Agrit is going to go for... Oh, he hasn't got the pit yet. Yes, he has gone for hard, thankfully. Yomi will take the lead of the Grand Prix, and Jericho's pitted. He's going for mediums. Oh, yeah, that's getting reported. Oh, for God's sake, there's going to be loads of... penalties for pit lane, I feel like, this week. Boy. So, Jericho's pitting, gone from mediums to the end. Agrit's gone from hard since he had no other choice. Yomi leads the Grand Prix, who has not pit. Everyone behind him, apart from Eat My Dust, pitted. So that's, we're going to see how this bold strategy plays out. But, Jericho's got a goal opportunity now. He's behind Mo HD on the same lap tyres. And as you know how strong Jericho's pace was at the start. So we're going to have to see how his pace is going to be on the restart. I feel like the safety car will be in at lap 15. Just judging by how far Emery is because he got held up by Ferret in the pit lane. But well, hopefully Emery can catch up quick enough. But this just throws a spanner into the works of strategies. So obviously Agrit and Toyncoin are going to struggle now because they're on the harder compound tyre. I feel like Toyncoin isn't going to fight his teammates, I feel like. But he is going to, try and hold up the Mercedes of Jericho, just like in real life, in 2021. I won't spoil the real life qualifying. All I want to say, I think no one expected what happened. And obviously some of the positions that some people were was astounding, to say the least. But we are here at Baku. Obviously, this is obviously one of my favourite tracks in general. It's always been fun and it's a very entertaining street circuit, to say the least. Alright, so we're going to be lap 40 when we cross the line now, and Emery is only up to the sector 1 line now. That's a great sign for the start. So, we've only got one penalty, surprisingly, here. Which is Mick was speed of the pit lane. Ugh, what'll it be? So, let's see how many got. He's still got to get another 40 seconds back. Yeah, so we could be restarting on lap 14 or 15 at this rate. Alright, so don't forget to like and subscribe, and obviously let us know in the comments who do you think is going to benefit now from this. Because I feel like the best drivers are going to be literally, it's going to be Jericho, who's got mediums now to the end. MoHD, my dust nearly hit the wall at turn 1 there. Obviously Malberg and Champ, they're on mediums also. You never know what they can do. But Tuka's got a big battle to get back up to the points. He's only 1 point right now for Ferrari driver. TDO, which got unfortunately contact with Batuka after the contact between MoHD. Quinn, obviously the front row, now currently P14. I'm surprised he did not pit if he was that far back to go mediums. But he's going to have to just absolutely battle his heart out to get into some points today. And hope for something that's going to happen ahead, which will gain him positions. But the question is, when Yomi gets the restarts, obviously, when is he going to go? And obviously Agri, obviously he's on hard, and obviously everyone behind him, basically apart from Eat My Dust, is on fresh mediums. So he obviously is going to be very, very hard struggling. So Agri might just slip off from the points, unless he can manage the gap and tyres. But you never know what can happen here. Emery is catching, so we could go green at the end of this lap. And we'll restart on lap 15 like I predicted. Yomi will control the start if we get the green flag to restart. So we normally get the safety car if we go in at the second last corner of this sector 2. We'll have to wait and see. Yomi, I'm just curious, what is Yomi going to do for the restart? Because he's got obviously all the guys on mediums further behind Agrit and Toincoin. So these two are going to be like trying to be a buffer because Yomi still hasn't pitted, remember. And safety car is this lap. Yomi is going to control the pace. With the update, the car is obviously going to be slowed down in certain gears now. So that allows the safety car to get ahead. But now, obviously, everyone's just trying to get their tyres warmed up since everyone, apart from one driver, was in the harder compound tyres. But now, obviously, this is when we're going to find out who is going to have the pace to win here at Baku now. We have another 13 laps to go. And Yomir looks to be creeping ahead. I think he's just trying to cut Agrid out. As he's just waiting for... everyone's waving on the backstretch, you can see. Yomir still hasn't gone yet. And he goes now. Yomir starts the Grand Prix off, and we are on lap 15 now. Let's see, no one else got a bad start to those positions. But Jericho and obviously MoHD are going to be on it to get up to positions. They're on fresh mediums now to the ends. We're going to have to keep an eye on everyone behind because this is when people are going to start fucking it. And there goes the move. Toincoin lets his teammate past. As I thought he was not going to fight him. And Toincoin is moving a bit around. And Agrid's going for the move and takes the lead. Now he needs to get away from Yomi in this sector. Now Yomi, is he going to be a buffer between MoHD and P1? Not anymore, he's over the inside and takes it. MoHD's into P2 now. And Toincoin is going over this now. Jericho's losing time being held up by the Red Bull driver. Obviously, this is great teamwork by the Red Bulls here. And now MoHD is clearly after Agrid now. So Jericho needs to get past these guys as quickly as possible. Yellow flag, and it looks like it's Mick and Emery. And it's a 5-second time penalty for Mick. Oh boy, but this is going to be the battle for the win now between these two. Unless Jericho can get past the guys of the, looks like the Toincoin being literally Sergio Perez today and defending like a lion. As we're going to start lap 16 now. We have 10 more laps to race to go. Eat My Dust is struggling. Champ's going to be all over here. And here comes Jericho. He is sticking to the rear of this Red Bull. Is he going to get the move? And he's trying to get the off Yomi. And he is. He's going to get it off him. And he's going to be forced a bit wide. He's going to go for the gap. Ooh, contact! The cars nearly went flying to the wall there, but thankfully they both backed out. But they've lost 2.3 seconds to the cars ahead now. Mo HD is trying to catch up to Agrid, but Agrid's holding his own on the hards. And here comes Jericho. He knows he needs to get the hurry up, and he's going to the inside and turn 3. And Yomi's going to hold him, but he can't hold on his old tyres, and he takes the position. But Tuka's also getting pissed. Eat my dust. A lot of the guys are charging up the field now. Now Jericho is now 2.7 behind. He's got a monstrous task to catch up to these guys ahead. With no DRS. And he's just got to hope Yomi can hold these guys up to build a DRS buffer. But let's see, Jericho's pacing quality was shown, but let's see if he can do it again here on the mediums. And obviously, look at this train behind Yomi now. It shows how bad his tyres are, and the train goes all the way to P13. Oh, wow. But meanwhile, MoHD still leads. Liminal gets past Eat My Dust now. Eat My Dust is struggling on the hard. He also did not pit yet. And the gap between Yomi has lost 1.5. That's how big the difference is on the fresh mediums. Jericho is just trying to catch up to these top two. We are going to have DRS at the end after the first corner, remember. So now this is going to be where Agrid's going to have to defend for his life. Yellow flag, and that's it. Henry's out the race. Is that going to trigger anything now? Safety car again! Oh my word. We have yet another safety car. And that could be a huge one. Yomi is now going to go to the pits, but he's gone for the softs now. He's going full aggressive to the ends. Now, I don't think any of the guys in front is going to pit because they know they're going to lose so much time pitting. So I feel like no one else is going to pit now. Matinho and Quinn have pitted, both for softs. Eat My Dust goes medium. That's quite surprising, they go mediums. Well, especially when everyone's going aggressive for softs. But, wow. I didn't expect that. So, we've now probably going to have, I think, 6 laps to go with the safety car restarts. Oh, sorry, I just had to quickly do a message there. Obviously, so... I just don't know what's going to happen now. This race is going to be one of those races, obviously, at the end of the Grand Prix, as I think Mick's in the Delta here. But I'm going to stick in front of the front two, because I'm curious. Because if one car pits, everyone's going to follow. Agrid's trying to dummy Mo into pit, and he's not going to pit. None of the guys are either going to pit. Everyone I feel is going to steer onto these tyres at the end of it. Oh, hello, who's that? That was a Toyn Coin. Toyn Coin straight across the white line again. And now pits. So, Toyn Coin's going for he's going for a gamble here and going for fresh mediums. But he's going to lose vision as he had front wing change. Wow, that's so he must have damage somehow. I wonder when he got that damage. But now he's going to be stuck behind 2 soft runners. So either that can work out for him because he can follow them, or he's going to struggle to keep up to them. Nick's currently just going on to the final stretch now. I'm hoping it will maybe another lap of safety car at most. Mattino's pitting for. Why did Mattino pit again? I don't understand sometimes. But, so Agrid still leads the Grand Prix. But obviously this is going to be where the tyres, obviously his hards are going to be in just a bit better condition. Sorry, just keep going forward for a second. The only thing is I'm curious about is how much the pace of the softs are going to work, because Yomi and Quinn are P8 and P9. So they can actually push like hell in the first sectors, but their tyres are going to die off much quicker than the mediums ahead of them. So they need to go flat out, or they are going to literally struggle to keep the cars ahead. I think we're going to have one more off safety car. The cars are not going to catch up, so I'm quickly going to go get a drink. Yeah, sorry about that, everyone. I've got a drink. So safety car should be going into this lap. Nick has caught up to the pack, I've noticed. So we should be getting going with 6 laps to go here. So this is going to be entertaining to say the least. I was going to say, Agrid's back there. Agrid backed up way too quickly. The safety car was not going to end there yet. So thankfully Agrid's backed out, but then moved back into position. Agrid will lead the restart this time. So we'll have to wait and see. When he goes, is he going to do a full-on Bottas? Is he going to go quick and get away? But the best plan for him is to get away quickly, because he's in the harder compound tyres of the cars behind him. And obviously they are going to have advantage straight away. So I'm going to be curious, when is he going to go? There's the safety car restart line. He's past it so he can go whenever he wants. As old level out in Yomir. What's going on there? It's a huge bus, and then there goes Agrid. He blitzes them. But Henry, well, Tony, oh Jesus Christ, I gotta write his name. Tony got a great restart. It's all over champion. He's going to the outside. Is he gonna break late? He thinks about it and just can't do it. We're on the racing again, obviously, and now the cars and the softs are gonna be pushing like hell. Quinn and Yomi here, past Tony Coin here. They're into P8 and P9 on softs now. Nothing changes up front, so we're going to have 4 laps of DRS to end this race. So I just don't know what is going to happen here, because this race is unpredictable. But let's see, obviously, because the hards might start feeling a bit better now than the mediums, and it actually is getting improved because Agrid's starting to pull away now. And further that, Quinn is going past Yomi here for P8 to the outside. What a move there by the Alfa Romeo driver. You don't see him take just before Castle much, but that was an astounding move. So Agrid leads by a second now. So his tyres, I feel, much more better. Oh, like this is I just don't know who is going to win this race now. All I say is going to entertain us at least for the last 4 laps of no DRS. You have 2 laps of no DRS, remember? This one and next. And then we have DRS to the end of the race. Because that could play the crucial factor for the victory. And I'm seeing, who is that old? Quinn's already up to deliver now for P7. Quinn is absolutely flying, but he's run out of DRS to use. He's used too much on the lap. Lap 21 now, we've got 1 more lap, and then DRS is going to be active. Toyencoin gets past Yolmir for P9, sorry. This is where everyone is going to be absolutely hectic to get to positions before DRS activates. But of course, I'm going to curious who is going to be ahead, MoreHD or Jericho? Jericho can't afford to lose more points to his championship rival Agrid. As Agrid is starting to inch away, it's just inching slightly away as Mix looks like he's hit the wall. Pardon me. Oh, sorry. But it looks like Mo is better in certain sectors, but Agrid is just a bit better in some sectors, so they are balancing each other out. Oh man, I just don't know who is going to win this race here. Agrid felt the gap down to 6/10. Oh wow, this is going to be close to say the least. Who's going to win here? Who's going to be actually on the podium? Oh, sorry, my voice keeps going, everyone. We are going to start lap 22. DRS is going to be enabled when they get past turn 2 now. And I said this is when Mo and Jericho could have their chance. But there is a bit of a DRS train going. So Agrid needs to get a gap built on his hards. DRS is enabled, there's the confirmation, and there's a huge train of DRS now. Now this is when everyone's going to, who's going to have the better EOS manager is going to have a great chance for the victory here today. MoreHD and Jericho are the 2 guys who could take the win here. Jericho looks to be the better position just. But we'll have to wait and see at the end of the race who is actually going to win this race today. Because these top 3 are in a league alone. They are starting to inch away from champ now. So this is going to be the deciding. I feel this battle for the podium could end ugly. But you never know. Mo could get reported for that move on Batuka, but we never know. I will not say anything because it might actually not get reported. But it looks like MoreHD is to start to square, but this is where the mediums for some guys were starting to go off. So Agrid's hard could be in a better condition right now to everyone else. But Jericho was a bit wide there, I saw. But Champ's just starting to lose just a little bit of time, along with Henry behind. Not Henry, Tony, sorry. Tony is starting to lose time here, but let's just say this race is going to be absolutely hectic after reports, probably. As MoreHD is absolutely pushing Agrid here. This is when the DRS is going to be enabled. This could be Jericho's chance because MoreHD might have caught him too quickly here. And MoreHD is going to go to the outside line. Jericho is going to try and follow him along. We could be going 3 wide here. And we go 3 wide. I was left in the dust as Jericho is going to take the lead in turn 1, it looks like. MoreHD and Jericho on the wall gets the line. Oh no! And that's the both out of the race for the win. Oh my words! Jericho and MoreHD have just taken themselves out of the podium. Agrid's got a clean run now. And Tony could be on the podium, along with Patuka. Oh my words! And oh, that was Quintus rammed in the rear. Oh my god! We've got 3 laps to go, and it's chaos. And a safety car's come up with the debris. I can't believe that. Jericho and MoreHD were guaranteed the podium, and they just have had contact, And that's took them out of for the win. Agrid has a goal opportunity now. We're going to have a safety car for one lap. I can't believe that. I can't believe that just happened. And Jericho is returned. And I think Jericho maybe forgot he had a front wing. Oh my. Well, I know those two are going to be reporting each other. Oh my god, but that's a gut-wrenching way to lose a podium. Because MoHD's going to have to pay for front wing damage, along with Quinn. And look how much time they're losing. Because they've got no front wings. Eat Like Just is just not able to keep up to these guys ahead. Yeah, and there's Jericho. Put a message. I will not tell you what's going on right now, but let's just say Jericho's put a message already in the chat. But let's just see how this race goes. Champ's got a goal opportunity, but unless he can do something here, because Agrid's tyre is going to need just a better condition now. I just don't know what's going to happen now. I'm still shocked that just happened. So MoHD could be out of the points here for today. And Quinn just reset the Quinn? Okay, I don't know what happened there, but Quinn just... I think he reset the track there. I don't know how or why. Oh, wow. Well, so I don't think anyone predicted that to happen, to say the least. I feel like something's going on with Quinn because he's struggling suddenly. Yeah, I think he's got something wrong with his wheel or controller right now because he is struggling to accelerate and change. So, we are going. The safety car has to be in at the end of this lap, remember, because we have to have 2 laps remaining of the race. Agrid's going to hold the lead again, but now can he hold on to it? Because we're not going to have any DRS now to the end of the race. It's all going to be up to the car setup and the driver. I just don't know what's going to happen here. Safety car is going to be in this lap. Now this is going to be the crucialest time for Agrid to hold his victory on. Oh wow, this is just going to say this entertaining to least. Baku, obviously, it's done it again. It's going to bring an absolute thrilling finale for this race. Like, obviously, Agrid's going to have 2 laps to hold the cars up. He has no DRS now, so he could win this race now. And he's nearly just lost it there. Look at the huge groups of cars waiting to go. And he goes. We are going to restart with 2 laps to go. And there's only a few cars that could take the position here. But let's just see what happens here. As Champ's going to lead, is just going to try to stick to Agrid. Is he going to get anything from this race? Is Champ going to take a win today? Toincoin gets past Emery already on the outside. What a brave move. But who is going to be on the podium? We've got 2 laps, remember. It's all going to be on car setup now. And how the driver can keeple of it through the corners of this tight and twisty track. I can't really talk to man. Jesus Christ. As oh, who's that? Yolmir! Yolmir spun out from a huge podium, from a good rain of points for him. That's unfortunately ruined his race. Yolmir went for an alternative strategy. Stayed out in the safety car. Pitted for subs later. But just couldn't hold it, unfortunately. Yeah, obviously Jericho's in the chat right now. Tough look, Jericho, but I feel that might be reported in general. Quinn span out, and yeah, I think Quinn's had a massive problem with his wheel or controller right now. So unfortunately that's going to be out. Agrid is getting away from Champ now. But I think our champ is just going to be trying to defend his P2 now. Let's have to wait and see how this race goes. As we're going to have one more lap to go. Obviously, Agrid leads very handsomely over champ. Unless something happens in this last lap, Agrid could be winning yet another race here today in the Williams. As we start lap 26 now, the final lap of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And champ just can't get close enough unless something happens to Agrid here. But the podium isn't set yet. Batuka and Libanau are all over Tony. So is something going to happen here? Because this is all DRS. Yellow flag. Toinkong retires in the pits. And obviously it's going to be Chris. Libanau is trying to recreate what Sebastian Vettel did in the real life one in 2021. But he's just not able to do it yet. He's just a bit too far back. And obviously the champ is catching up to Agrid now. Is champ going to snatch this? Or is Agrid going to hold on to it just? Because it looks like Agrid struggled a bit there in sector 2. And champ's much cleaner through the castle. This is going to be entertaining to say the least. To the end of the race. Who is going to win today out of these two? But Agrid's got the better ERS, so let's champ and get up to braking and catch up and get to his slipstream. But it looks like Agrid might just hold on for it. Meanwhile, Tony is just trying to hold on to the podium. As he's got Batuka and Libanau chasing him down. But coming to the start finish line now, the front stretch now. Agrid's going to use all his ERS he's got burned in the tank. Agrid's absolutely been holding on for the victory. He's been battling for. He has started the mediums. And he's going to win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix with champ just seconds behind. And it looks like it's going to start by side Libanau and Batuka, and Libanau probably got it. So it looks like Libanau maybe stole a P4. And Tony gets onto the podium. And Mohishni gets points after the collision. Yomir is going to be coming across the line now, P11. And then Quinn. If you can hear this, Quinn, if you're struggling, just retire, because obviously you will get P12 regardless if you're hearing. But that's until it's at least, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of warnings going around. Well, I can tell this is an entertaining race to say the least. Baku's done it again. Well, I was waiting for Quinn to finish the line now. He's coming to this, he's just pitting for some reason. And that's the end of the Baku of Baku. Yet again, you've brought the lively entertainment we're so used to, Baku. And Libanau gets driver of the day. They go P4 apparently. Wow. So, oh boy, the F2 shot's blown up already. Now the question is, do I want to do interviews or can I not be bothered again? Oh yeah, shoot. I will be able to do interviews. I've just remembered I had planned to go and meet someone at this time. So, don't forget to like and subscribe if you like today's race. We will do the F1 race tomorrow at Baku. This is our top tier tomorrow. And we have obviously a championship battle going on between Cameron and Guwil. But obviously we'll go through the standings. Agrid, Champ and Tony finished the podium today. Libanau steals P4 by literally half a tenth over Batuka. And then Emery, good result from him. And Watidio, Eat My Dust, Mick, MoHD. Yeah, sorry. Gets the points. Yomir, Quinn, Toinkon, Jericho, Henry, Ferret, Atapa and Hassan all finished. And that is the final points. So this has been Luke Jobson, just by himself today. And I hope that you enjoyed watching that, and we'll see you tomorrow or next week in F2 when hopefully Loki returns. Well, have a nice day and goodbye.